Thank you, Metallica! And thank you, Spotify, for telling me about Apocalyptica. Now, well, if you saw my previous haul video, that's what I got. Apocalyptica, their 2005 self-titled album. If you're practicing the cello or the drums, this is your album, okay? This album is a combination of symphonica music and heavy metal music. That's what Apocalyptica is. They use cellos with a combination of heavy metal, similar to what Metallica did in the late 80s, early 90s, from, Injustice for All and their self-titled Black album, And what a booklet they've got here. Now, just so you know, not all album sleeves or booklets come with lyrics. This one does. Now, Apocalyptica is known for having a mixture of instrumental songs and lyric songs. It's all that simple. Life Burns. This is actually a very powerful song. This is actually their introduction song, Life Burns. That is a very powerful introduction. Like, the minute you push play on the album, I was expecting like a little slow build up and then boom. Instead, I just got the boom, Not all metal songs do that. Most of the metal songs that I've heard, like Cowboys from Hell from Pantera, or, most of Metallica's music, they all have that little small build like dee-dee-dee, and then boom. Apocalyptica, they're not predictable. There was a song on here that had, like, some of the best drumming I've ever heard in metal. Sure, Lars Ulrich and John Bonham are some of the best drummers that ever lived, but I heard a couple songs that I would imagine, I'm just imagining, two late drummers, John Bonham and Neil Peart, both men competing. I could actually, if both drummers were alive to work or collab with Apocalyptica, that would be like the ultimate collaboration. Apocalyptica, John Bonham, and Neil Peart. If only they'd lived long enough to see Apocalyptica. Well, Neil Peart lived long enough to at least get to know what Apocalyptica was. I wonder if he even knew Apocalyptica at the time he passed away, Neil Peart. When Metallica celebrated its 30th anniversary in 2011, Apocalyptica actually collaborated with them, and they are awesome working together. Okay, I've said my fair share of who they worked with and who I wish they worked with. Now it's time to talk about the album itself. I actually want to listen to more of Apocalyptica. I actually, for some reason, got into the cello, probably because of Apocalyptica's music. I guess I tried to look up other singers, like what other good artists are out there besides Iron Maiden, Metallica, and all the other great heavy metal bands, and during my search I came across Apocalyptica thanks to their performance with Metallica for its 30th anniversary, and I'll do more research to see if there are any other bands like Apocalyptica out there. I played this album quite a bit in my car, and the more I listened to it and the more I played it, the more I wanted to review it. I really love the cellos in this album. It's all like do-do-do-do. You can almost dance to the rhythm. Actually, not almost. You absolutely can dance to this album. Every song that you play, you can't help but sit still. I mean, when you're driving, yeah, you have to sit still. But when you play this in your house, oh my goodness, just move to the rhythm. Move to the drums, move to the cello. You're gonna have a great time. This is actually, I've said this a lot in my album reviews, this album is good to play at parties. Okay? If everyone's out of options, give them this one, and they might have a great time. I had a great time. I'm sure a lot of my other friends will have a great time with this album. Will you have a great time with this album? Tell me what you think about it. As for my rating for Apocalyptica, I'm going to give it 10 out of 10 stars. Most of the albums that I have reviewed in the past are 10 out of 10 stars. I don't think I've ever come across an album that I don't like or find okay. I just love music. End of discussion.